Howdy everyone, Must Be Voltage, and I guess it's time for another video because, yeah, I need to do another video. And this is Dio Over Heaven versus Arceus from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and, of course, Pokemon, so let's go!
Everyone, it's Animation Rewind here, and welcome to an appetizer episode of Rewind Rumble. I know it's been quite some time since
I personally want Arceus to win, but I'm not really sure who's going to win this one because I don't know much about Dio Over Heaven. I need to figure out what he's...
The noble one. Heaven Ascension Dio versus the creator of the Pokemon world, Arceus. One who created Pokemon Heaven, one ascended into JoJo Heaven.
Ooh.
And only one will win. Today we find out who that is. Let's introduce Cartoon Fight Club's next round of fighters. Dio is back.
Where Dio wins in
Since he's
part
back,
3.
you already know that we've covered him before. So in terms of going over his origins, powers, abilities, and feats,
Oh, it's...
I'm actually going to be skipping most of
Oh,
them.
it's this guy.
Focusing on Dio Over Heaven's Ascension form.
He's gonna be strong then.
However, for those people who do want to know about Dio's origins, powers, abilities, and feats, Dio vs. Alucard on the Rewind Rumble channel will provide you with that. So go watch that for base form Dio's informational.
I already...
Have you done that
Now that I know who it is, I remember some stuff about him.
Start the pre-analysis. Funny enough, Heaven Ascension Dio is actually not the same Dio that the Joestars have fought so many times.
Oh.
This Dio comes from an alternate universe outside the canon JoJo timeline, where Dio actually killed every single Joestar.
That...
This version of Dio actually
So he
reached the
killed...
goal of obtaining heaven. As a result of this achievement, Dio is granted godlike abilities, as well as the ultimate stand known as the World Over Heaven. Dio
Oh
gained access to
no,
this by
that's...
collecting the souls of
That's not good.
sinners.
Like...
With all of these abilities, Dio became unrivaled and unstoppable. But what are these abilities, you might be asking?
Yeah, what are they?
Well, let's start
Most
off
likely, timeline manipulation, something like that, most likely would be something he has.
was already able to freeze time,
Yep.
allowing Dio
Freezing
to
time.
gain upper hand over his opponents as they would be frozen from his perspective. But with this World Over Heaven stand, he can do more than that. This stand actually has the power to overwrite reality itself, allowing him to rewrite anything within any timeline.
So he can
The
just,
only thing
with
Dio
reality.
can't rewrite is the stand's overall range. And
You
of
know,
course,
checks
the
out.
stand contains its incredible strength, speed,
I think
and
he's already
precision.
winning then, because
As
I'm
for
pretty sure
Dio's
Arceus
own
can't
natural
mess with
abilities
reality.
without the stand, his Heaven Ascension form grants him powers of teleportation, instantaneous regeneration, mind control, resurrecting of the dead, and the power to summon powerful lightning bolts, as well as the ability to travel through dimensions. However, something interesting to know about this form, while he definitely has
He can
the
travel
power to
dimensions.
rewrite
Oh, that's just
everything to his
wonderful.
will,
Just
when we
wonderful.
come to the physical aspects of Dio, things are actually much more tame in comparison. Of course, he isn't physically weak. He survived a direct punch in the face from Star Platinum, although he didn't have to regenerate from that punch. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that power-wise, Dio's power is pretty much an unstoppable god, possibly even a universe-level threat with his ability to rewrite anything.
Universe
But
level.
physically, he hasn't actually done much anything close to destroying a universe, just rewriting it. I'm not saying rewriting the universe.
So his
is
physical
impressive.
strength is
He's
lacking?
explaining that rewriting a universe is not exactly the same thing
Is
as destroying
his
it with a blast.
durability bad? Because if his durability's bad, that might be the one thing that helps Arceus win.
Dangerous, not to just the people around him, but also Dio himself. No two versions of the same person or thing can coexist in the same dimension. Let me run an example by you real quick. If JoJo Part 3 Dio or something connected to Part 3 Dio, like his golden bracelet rings, come into contact with Heaven Ascension Dio, or their matching item, both versions will collide and destroy each other. Jotaro exploited this weakness by destroying Heaven Ascension Dio's arms with the Part 3 Dio's bracelet rings. Speaking of Dio's arms, if he loses them, he can no longer use his stand abilities. He can regenerate his arms, but if he isn't fast enough to do so, a foe can get the upper hand against him, and he also can't regenerate his arms if they make contact with, you guessed it, anything belonging to Part 3 Dio.
Okay.
Arceus is a normal
So,
type mythical Pokemon.
Arceus could
Introduced in
possibly
Generation
vaporize his
4,
arms.
This Pokemon is known as the creator of the Pokemon world.
No, it's not the actual first Pokemon. Mew is.
Eevee, Mewtwo, and especially Snorlax. You can thank this guy. Arceus has the highest...
Mew is the
stat total
actual
of
first
any
Pokemon.
Would
Don't
you rather
lie.
believe
Mew's the
one of
ancestor of
most
all
powerful
Pokemon.
in the series? Arceus' signature move is known as Judgment. Judgment is a move where Arceus Arceus fires powerful beams of energy into the sky that fall down and hits its opponents, acting almost like a meteor shower. This move is so strong that it's known to even give Pokemon such as Palkia some trouble. As for some of his other moves, from beginning to end, he has the moves Flamethrower, Blizzard.
He has basically any move in the game, let's just be honest.
Refresh, Perish Song, Earth Power, Recover, Future Sight, Cosmic Power, Punishment, Hyper Voice, Natural Gift, Seismic Toss, Hyper Beam, Outrage, and Shadow Claw.
Like I said,
Types of moves
a lot of
Arceus elemental attacks such as Fire, Ice, and Wind, boost his own stats, manipulate the likes of gravity, and stop.
If you're factoring in the ability to lose only 4 moves, I don't think you will, honestly.
Stated that its peak intelligence is omnipresent, meaning it knows pretty much everything and anything.
I just hope the Arceus can pull this win because I'm on Team Pokemon always, of course.
Arceus also has a special ability unique only to it, known
The
as
plate.
Multi-Type. Multi-Type allows Arceus to change its type based on whichever plate or specific Z crystal it's currently holding. As a quick example of how this move works, if Arceus is holding a flame plate, then it makes it a fire type.
Yep, it becomes a
If it's
fire type then.
holding Waterium Z, then it makes it a water type. Then, of course, there's
I actually didn't know the Z Crystal thing. That's actually something new. Cool.
making it impossible for any opponent, no matter how strong, to defeat it. No, I'm kidding. That's not what this move does. Omnipotent is actually a series of abilities that grant Arceus the power to heal any wounds it may take during a fight, see into the future, strike opponents who are even incorporeal, and ignore defensive bonuses and resistances. As if all these abilities weren't enough, Arceus has another ability known as Spatial or Temporal Warp. As the creator of the two powerhouses,
Okay, so
Palkia and Dialga,
you're factoring in its ability to send people to the distortion world.
both space and time. As for weaknesses, the one thing that can hinder or damage
Fighting the moves.
is missing certain plates. For example, while missing the Earth, Meadow, Draco, Zap, and Splash plates, Pikachu was able to momentarily hinder Arceus with its Thunderbolt attack. And now, let's get ready for the fight. This battle will take place on Earth.
I think I'm on Team Dio.
There is no
I don't think Arceus can win this. I want him to, but I think this fight goes to Dio, unfortunately.
Taco Bell's 5-7.
So yeah, I guess good luck, Arceus. If you somehow win this, excellent. If you don't, well, I called it because I'm on Team Dio, even though I want to be on Team Arceus, but I think Dio's gonna win. So on Team Dio.
Who dares teleport me without permission?
Ooh, he got permission. He got teleported. This is so obviously. Don't you agree? What? I don't care about you, stupid. Let's go. Come on, Arceus. Oh. Starting right for the Hyper Beam, okay? Well, that's Draco Meteor, I think, or something like that. Not sure what move that was. That's not gonna do much. Yeah, he turned into a steel type right there. Oh no. Okay, he's not done. What the hell is going on besides a lot of ridiculous insanity? And there goes Dio with the time freeze on Arceus, and da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Nope. Oh. Arceus turning around. Okay. Congrats, Arceus. 1,000 arms, oh no. Oh, Arceus won?
That animation, and if you did, super special thanks to Team Animation Rewinds and
Nice job, Arceus!
huge thank you to Great Julius for being the editor.
Hell yeah!
Of course, thanks to your boy Mecha, the S Ultimate Goku, BTL Video Productions, and Vinton Majora for helping with the research. Thanks and enjoy the post-analysis.
Okay, explain how Arceus won. Because I...
And the winner is Arceus. This is kind of a close fight.
It had to.
No easy way to put it into words.
Mhm.
These two have abilities that can certainly give each other trouble.
Yeah,
At the
that...
same time, Arceus also has so much on his side that it's also kind of not hard to see why he could beat Dio.
I thought because, I had a feeling because Arceus' wide variety, he might just barely have it.
Time to get straight to the conclusion.
Yeah, just get into the
Dio
important
has
stuff.
power to rewrite anything to his will thanks to his stamp, the world over heaven. But his power of rewriting is the best thing in his arsenal, while everything else in his arsenal, while impressive in its own right, none of it comes close to Dio's reality rewriting ability. None of it comes close to Dio's rewriting ability. Meanwhile, all of Arceus' abilities are just as powerful as the last. In a way, all of Dio's abilities can be considered top-heavy, which means that his own strongest move will definitely cause trouble, but all of his other abilities, while still powerful in their own right, are rather weak in comparison, while Arceus' powers are much more evened out. Ignoring powers for a second and comparing these two stat-wise, it's not even close.
Oh.
Yes, Heaven Ascension Dio did rewrite his whole universe, but in terms of actual attack potency, he really only reached large building level.
Oh!
And remember, just because Dio created a dimension with multiple stars in it, that actually doesn't equate to destroying a dimension, as we never see Dio do something like that. And rewriting a universe is not the same as destroying it. So while Dio's power is very impressive,
You know, I actually now see why Arceus won.
only reaches large building level. Arceus, on the other hand, is known as the god who transcends everything. His realm is beyond time and space. It has been stated that the heart/original spirit is the true form of Arceus. The heart treats the Pokémon reality, which is likely made of countless, to possibly even infinite universes existing within its consciousness.
Because I'd say there are, as of, at least in canon,
This puts Arceus
like,
at a low complex multiversal level.
4 different Pokemon universes. The PMD universe, Gale of Darkness, like XD Gale of Darkness. You also got the mainline games.
Especially with his world over heaven.
That's at least three the world that Arceus manages over then. So yeah, I do see why Arceus wins this then. Also the Distortion world, which does count as a different world then.
Even with his time freezing ability, and even
So,
then,
yeah.
Arceus can do the same to him. Arceus
Good
can
job,
do the
Arceus.
same to him. This fight is a really classic case of anything you can do, I can do better. And let's not forget that Arceus is also omnipresent. Dio is smart in his own right, but being omnipresent means you basically know everything. Not just the answers to every problem in the world, but also knowing what your opponent is going to do, how to counter it, and how to defeat them. With this incomparable intelligence,
Okay.
Arceus could easily figure out how to destroy Dio's arms, preventing him from using his universe rewriting and then freezing him in time.
Good job,
to
Arceus.
destroy the rest of Dio. Now, I am willing to be nice and say that Dio's rewriting might be dangerous for Arceus. So if he actually got the chance, I can see him rewriting Arceus and not be as powerful as he is. But the chances
That's the
of
thing
that
I was-
realistically happening in this kind of fight are about 0.1% to 99.9%. There is a
Yeah.
reason that Dio had to do so much in order to obtain godlike power, because he wasn't fit to be a god in the first place. Making the winner of this battle,
You know what?
Arceus.
You know what? That checks out. That move certainly checks out. Knuckles versus who? Isn't that Red Hulk, I think? That's what he's called? Cool. I'm looking forward to that. Honestly, I hope... I don't really know who would win that fight. But, see you next time. Bye-bye.